often put the wrong fuel in our body. You would never put the wrong fuel in your car, you would never put diesel in a petrol car, but we often put wrong things in our body, that's the problem. Sharan stands for Sanctuary for Health and Reconnection to Animals and Nature. I believe that we are sick because we're so disconnected from animals and nature, especially here in Bombay, where people live in a concrete jungle and they don't even see trees or nature around. They've really lost connection. And there's so much sickness here, My driving force is that people get well by eating healthy food, but that's also making animals healthier, and that's also making the planet healthier. And when we watch animals in nature, we actually get all the information about what we should eat and what we shouldn't eat. Just like lions or cows, we too are born with instincts. Lions know what they should eat, and that's meat, and cows know that they should eat grass. And we too have instincts, but everybody's lost the instinct. Being a doctor in India, I found that vegetarians and non-vegetarians get the same disease: diabetes, hypertension, cancer, everything is the same, and that's because meat and milk have the same properties. So my health improved enormously when I stopped consuming dairy, and I started telling my patients. And the more I started telling my patients, the more I learned about how the food we eat affects us and how wrong eating is one of the biggest causes of disease. I started Sharan in 2005, so it's just over 10 years. When I started, nobody would listen. If you go out in India and say milk is bad for you, people think that you're nuts. And nobody would listen. But the people who had one foot in the grave were ready to listen to anything. And so my early cases were people who severe heart disease, just out of ICU, couldn't get out of bed in the morning. These people got well. And I felt like, people who have asthma and skin disease or simple things, they don't want to listen. And I wanted to find a way to bring it to them. So that's how I started my Peace versus Pills seminars, where I serve breakfast, lunch and snacks, so they can get it out of their mind that the food isn't delicious, because we have delicious food, and they can also see how they feel in one day. And many times one day is enough to convince them. I request them to do 5 things. Remove all the animal products, so it's a plant-based diet. Then whole food. We are the only species that refines our food before eating it. So I always ask them to have whole, so we don't include oil or sugar or white rice or white flour. We even tell them not to peel vegetables, which brings me to the next thing, which is organic. I always tell my patients to eat organic because chemicals cause hormonal disruption, and to look after vitamin B12 and D, because I've seen when I check my patients that nearly 80% of them have low B12 and D. So I give them a 5-point plan. Right. But we have to think different. We have to eat human food. The food which God designed for us, which is in our instincts. Are you with me on this? I do know that raw food is the very best. In every one of our seminars, we have lots of salads, so that half the plate is full of salads so that they can take less of cooked food. In India, people don't eat salads at all. People hardly eat fruit. People eat only cooked food. To change them from cooked, unhealthy food to raw, healthy food is too many steps. So my seminars are about whole plant-based diet, but I tell them that when you get healthy, the second stage will come. The grains will drop off and more raw comes by itself. And the third stage is only raw. I do believe that, cooking destroys nutrition, but the whole world is living on taste, and cooked food is addictive. Milk is addictive, sugar is addictive, oil is addictive, meat is addictive, cooked food is addictive. How to make them leave all the addictions at once? So today I conduct workshops and seminars teaching people how to reverse diseases like diabetes and hypertension and many other diseases through eating right. And I've got a huge success, I even conduct a 21-day residential program. The reason it's 21 days long is because it takes 21 days to change a habit. But in this program, we do all the tests in the beginning and check people up every day and keep reducing the medicines, so that by the end of the program, they're off maybe all, maybe 70% of the medicines, and they've got better reports than when they came in. Medicines never cure us. Medicines only control symptoms. Only the body can heal itself. During my 21-day program, we have a lot of diabetics. And the diabetics haven't eaten fruit for years. And they just love to eat fruit when I say eat all the fruit you like. And their blood sugar goes down day by day with the fruit, because sugar is not the cause of diabetes. So when we take out the real cause of disease, the disease heals by itself. I tell my patients that if you want to know what to eat and what not to eat, make a list of everything that's advertised and don't eat that. No one will advertise what we really need. You never see advertisements for carrots and cucumbers or apples and oranges, because nobody's going to spend money telling you what's in your instincts. I teach people to listen to their body and eat what their body asks for.